And you were saying what again?
What I'm trying to explain to you, in Africa, after they take our sisters, our brothers and sisters, to United States, all over the world, you know, in that time. So our grandfather and our grandmothers down here in Africa. This is before the religions come in Africa.
Okay.
So, for example, saying like Maasai, we used to have our own god. And we used to call him Rengai before Christianity, before Muslims come to Africa. And that's when our grandfather used to be a chief and king, and they used to marry 30 wives.
30 wives, huh?
30 wives, 20 wives, up to 7 wives, as many as they can, so we can grow again Africa. Because we didn't have no people left in Africa.
Oh.
You see? And this West mentality comes to say we have to have one wife, when Africa we still have big space. And this was their mission, to come here and to grab all our land and take all our heritage as minerals, as our wild animals. So in Africa up to now, as a chief chaka, I don't agree with those things. I think a man in Africa is supposed to have up to 7 wives.
Exactly.
Because when you have one wife, when the other ones they're gonna go?
Exactly.
And me as a chief, what I'm trying to see is to create prostitution, because when you married one wife, how all those 7, where they gonna go? Those 13 women, where they gonna go? They're gonna go in the same system for the West brought in Africa, to go create clubs, create prostitution, and at the end of the day, even when you marry one, the 13, 14, they will get you no matter. That's why we see plenty divorces.
Exactly. And you know, I'm not trying to get spiritual or nothing like that, or get biblical or whatever, but even in the Bible, they said, like, you know, Solomon had so many wives, and so many
820,
and so many concubines, and David as well. So I'm just saying, you know, and then when it comes to, you know, our culture, then, you know, they say, you know, just one wife. So what do you feel like, you know, not looking at it as like, you know, Western, because, you know, I know the Western, they don't like for you to have more than one wife. But so for as Africa, this has been going on for a long time, correct?
Yeah, it's
since the beginning, probably.
Exactly, since the beginning. Everyone knows about King Solomon.
Exactly.
And many of them, they say from here, from Kilimanjaro, and that's what is in Africa. And that's what our grandfather, we saw what was happening until they come to change the system and stop Africans to get more children and just get married with one wife, so they can come in and grab in Africa, because Africa is big. Up today, even if you look the population of the world, women are so many and men are so little.
So few, yes.
Yeah, so few of them. And then, so how are we gonna solve that problem? Our grandfather, they solve the problems, and that's why we call ourselves African kings and queens.
Exactly. And even over in the States, they were considered as Western. You know, they trying to do certain things to depopulate our black melanated sisters and brothers, because they don't want us to be, which we are the majority, but they don't want us to be. So they doing all this, you know, craziness of what do they call it? Like just trying to come up with so many things, you know, to stop children from being born. So, and then that's another thing too. If they don't allow the men to have more than one wife, that's another way. Okay, they feel like, and then, you know, they feel like, well, if they can just keep them with one woman, then they won't have to worry about all these children being born. And so, but anyway, so what else you might have to say on that?
Okay, I
This
can
is a
say,
different topic for me. I hadn't really talked on this topic before, but when you start talking about it,
because all these things about, I can remind brothers and sisters there, because when you look back, all these things for getting married, I'm not stopping you guys to get married. I'm just saying, before this fashion, I call
no,
myself
they're
a
not
fashion.
stopping you from getting married, but I'm just saying they're not allowing you to marry more than one wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to say, guys, this fashion is just a fashion. It's not what our ancestors they left here in Africa and the world, because at the end of the day, all coming from us. You see, and before to get married, women they used to get babies, childrens, and they all just keep the childrens until when Europe decide to say, okay, if you get children with this man, you have to keep the children, and that's how they start these things for getting married. But they didn't know what to do. And then now it's getting even Africa after they find that, like how they sit down in 1885, make the borders in Africa. There was no border. So it was always just fashion, and we all just follow this. But as a chief, that's what I'm trying to say and give you the examples and a reality. You know, Africans, we have to be a lot, we have to be many, and we have to follow our ancestors and what they leave to us.
Exactly.
Before then fall style, like in Jamaica they say, we don't fall style, we make style. You know, like they say Jamaica is a small country, but it's big country, because that's where all our ancestors are. They all they get in Jamaica is all about Africa.
Wow, that's deep.
I think about Africa. I like how the people they think Africa is a small continent, but it's the biggest continent, and it's the mother of everything.
Yep, Africa is the mother, a mother of all mothers. Ooh, look at this picture; it's so beautiful. Like they showing love, and they carrying the things over the head, and in the middle of sitting in the middle of the little huts, and that is so beautiful. This is what you call the original right here. But anyway, fam, love you guys. One love.